Sword and Sorcery is a fantasy adventure game set in the mythological past. You guide a character only known as the Scythian, a female warrior that travels in the mountain lands of the Caucasus, seeking to find a source of epic power known as the Megatome. Along the way, you'll have to uncover mystical beings known as Sylvan Sprites, release the cosmic powers of the Golden Trigons, and in the end, destroy an ancient evil known as the Gogolithic Mass. The game's plot isn't entirely fleshed out, but that works out to its strength. It allows your imagination to fill in the details of the world you inhabit, though there are enough hints of the game's lore to piece together just what the Scythian is trying to accomplish. Still, like any good mythology, it's a story of archetypes. The just warrior, the ancient evil, the faithful companion. These icons of storytelling are allowed to be icons without worrying too much about their motivations or drives. Instead of fully fleshed characters, they're more like forces, impressions of things that are common to all of humanity. Depending on whether you play this game on iPad or PC will determine some of your experience. On the iPad, you'll have to pinch and pull apart the environment at different points, using your fingers to manipulate the world. On the PC, you'll do the same thing, except using your mouse. This removes some of the more interactive elements, but isn't a true hindrance to the game. Most of the game will actually just involve you interacting with the world. In this sense, it is an adventure game, requiring you to talk to people, find items in the environment, and progress forward to the end of the story. Puzzle elements arise when you're asked to find the Sylvan Sprites, forcing you to interact with the environment, match musical pairs, or note elements of the world that are out of place. What you touch creates musical cues, so you'll have to find the matching cues, such as playing waterfalls like harp chords. It's a little difficult to explain, but once you've gotten used to the first few puzzles, you'll feel at home in the game. The other elements of the adventure requires the occasional combat sequence. Whether fighting the Gogolithic Mass, wolves, or the Trigons themselves, combat takes place in a Mike Tyson-style setting. Your enemies provide cues that they're about to attack, and you have the option of using your shield to defend or your sword to attack as a response. Make the wrong response, or respond too slowly, and you'll take a hit to your health. The nature of these combat sequences becomes even more intense as your life meter is permanently shortened throughout the game, matching the declining health of the Scythian. In the end, all these elements form a fantastic, emotional package that can easily be dismissed as artsy, but that actually creates a powerful game. The iconic portrayal of this land lets you press your own imagination onto the quest, identifying with the Scythian as she continues along in her journey to destroy the Gogolithic Mass and send the Megatome into the great abyss of the swirling infinite. With diverse gaming elements involving music, puzzles, and combat, the game truly takes you for an adventure. And finally, what really makes the game is the fantastic soundtrack by Jim Guthrie. Every step of this journey is filled by his artful and skilled touch, accompanying and integrated with both puzzle and combat sequences. It is actually one of my favorite soundtracks of all time. So there's no doubt, get this game. It's a classic entry into gaming history, and one that you shouldn't miss.